Alright, well, let's have some bonding on the beach, I guess. She said that immediately after delivering Kokoro's groceries to her room. Because we still didn't have the beach episode. I want you and Arara to become like young and Freud through an experience at the beach. Yeah, she really want them to bond really deeply, huh? She decided not to say that. She felt that ideas based of other people seems to lack in sincerity. Well, yeah. That's all for the resonance. Okay, and she decided. Okay, smart. Okay, that's smart. She held her ground. She glanced over to Arara. Arara's so in the background right now. She was silently putting away the groceries. Okay. Oh, Kokoro is here actually as well. Why not though? Oh, right. Right, that makes sense. True. Arara kept looking straight at Arara, but Arara made no response. Silence. She wouldn't even look at her. We've been like this even since they left the bowling alley. Okay, I thought like my eardrum's going to blow. I remember that Hollow was always very loud. Okay, never mind. Yeah. She slumped over. Wow. Sadness. Wow. Yeah, Aro is still like too focused on like do something to make this like resonance thing going to work. She's still not like thinking outside of the box. Like she really don't think that both of these statements are true, okay. So both inability of swim and confidence in body, okay. But in anyway, like, yeah, she's just like not thinking that having fun with others is going to like increase their chance for this like resonance thing going on. They're clearly on different vibes now. Like they need to figure stuff some time together. Okay, why not? Okay, so it doesn't matter. Wow, savage! Hollow shut the screen, making it display the number 2%. That's also a news, yeah? Wow. Wow. She collapsed, her mind completely overwhelmed. Are we going to have another... Are we going to have another time leap? And we're going to repeat this again? Or they somehow managed to make it in time actually this time. It doesn't look good for now.
だってホロの言う通り 2% じゃどうしようもないでしょ
Okay.
今まで通りの
Basically, she's just basically saying give up.
2% にいやどうしてそこに直結するのか説明が足りなすぎなるほど恋色お嬢様の考えも
She knows that approvingly.
いいっすかあららお嬢様も思い浮かべてみてください
Okay.
輝く砂っす青い海がどこまでも突き抜けるような高い空に日が暮れたらみんなで料理なんていかがっす
Sounds nice.
チャーラ切りの野菜にちょい水っぽいカレーがなぜだか極上のうまさっす夜は肝試しキャンプファイヤーもいい
Test of courage. We're going to send... Are we doing actually a test of courage? We're going to send Arara and Arue together to some cave. I swear.
遊び疲れたらそうっすねロッジで雑魚寝でもすればいいんじゃないでしょうかほらやっぱり思った通りっす
Synchronization rating 67%. Are you fucking serious? Just because I imagined the same thing. I guess that makes sense. Like their synchronization depends on like how well they know each other. God damn it. Just that, and it was like from 2 to 67. Yeah, and they managed to miss a joke somehow. They should do the 69%.
めちゃ楽しそうとは思ったけどまあまだ全然足りないっすけどそういうもんなんすよシンプルにいくことっす
Yeah, I would have felt like she gained an important hint about synchronization. Finally, maybe she's going to figure something out. Finally, she's going to be on board with others. Maybe, who knows, because she's been so stiff about everything here so far. There was an underlying principle that it brought her no end of grief. Chuusotsu are unable to resist fun. That's pretty much that.
あともう一つ楽しくなりそう
Unable to resist fun, and yet Arue is trying to avoid it as much as possible. Not good.
聞いた話だけどとある海には
Okay.
見つけただけで願いを叶える
Yeah, sure. Let's make a search for it. Why not?
それマジで
Of course, Arara is on board with this.
でも少年漫画のような冒険が必要になりますね
Okay.
冒険お宝
Yep, Arara loves it. Excitement. They're in a excitability exponents pushed in like tourists from the neighboring countries and brought up all the space in their hearts. Yep.
その海ってどこの海
So one just loves mysteries and the other just thinking about manga.
どこの海だろう
Good job, Koiro. Good job. Koiro greatly tilted her head to the side.
その伝承のある海はホロのスーパー検索に
Okay. Thank you, Holo.
近いっすよ
Professor Google says so. Which means it must be true. Oh no! Of course the Google says the truth. Of course, like... Of course, everything in Google is true. Yeah, of course.
ねえあるあらら行こうよ
They looked at each other. The two of them had been pushed apart. But right now, their excitement was building.
行こう
Well, okay, yeah. It was a done deal. There on the beach. Nice, okay. So we're going to looking for the starfish first, or like, I don't know, we're going to play volleyball or something. Okay, so she's wearing her probably like school swimsuit, I would assume. Because of the name, I guess, on the chest. Yeah, it does look like the school uniform. Okay. But what? Synchro camping. No fun. God damn it. You're missing the point, Arue. Once again, you're missing the point. How can you be so clueless? God damn it. Damn. Okay, Koiro in a normal plain outfit. But, yeah. That's something. Arara, you're so on the side, I can't even see what you're wearing. Oh, okay. So you're like two-parter or so. Okay. With like cute frills and something. Or whatever that's called. Sure. Fits you. Objective. She stepped out onto the sand while thinking to herself, also we have actually full CGs here as well. She's still dragging this thing, even now. She stepped onto the sand while thinking to herself. She made an expression like this. Okay, sure. Okay. Koiro is something else. The white sand felt like burning rocks. She's going to fight with the sun. She glared straight up into the sky. That wide blue sky. As if copying the fish in the sea, the seabirds swam gracefully through the air. Up there was a sun that looked like the whole of light going through it. It was an artificial sun. Wait, what? One of these had enough energy to maintain summertime whenever in the area. Summertime weather in the area within several kilometers. What? They have this? Okay. Like, the seal nanotechnology thing was like advanced and stuff, but holy Jesus, they created artificial suns. That made heat and like, what? That's actually awesome. Holy crap. It was in the form of the light fixture, but I guess they didn't really know how it worked. Did they possess technology like this on the American continent, far across the sea? Okay. In either case, thanks to the artificial sun, Saitama Bay was able to recreate a summer even in the middle of the spring. It was roughly a 10-minute walk from Saitama Station. The beach stores and lodging facilities were both open and all year round. For your next weekend trip, please come and try Saitama's beaches. Okay. She felt regret. She had acted cold and distant due to some unknown annoyance. She felt like she had compounded on her sins. Sure. Stare? She's going to just like stare at her like all day. She stared right at Yarara. She trembled all over.
ちょっと
Oh my god, what's happening? She stuck out her hand, pointing straight at the ocean.
世界の救世主としてこの消熱地獄から人類を救う義務があららに発生
Sure. I love this place.
メシア道具その9
Okay, what's the Messiah tool number 9? She equipped a duck-shaped swimming ring. Oh, okay, that's the Messiah. Sure.
用意していたメシア道具13を
Disciple?
膨らましておいたよ
Kairo instantly knew what that is. Yeah, they are on the same wavelength now. I just don't get it. She handed over the shark boat.
いざ
Wow,
魔界へ
that's awesome. She took to the waves.
普通にはしゃいでる
Yeah. This is the first time we have like full sprite for Arara. Yep. Typical like swimming outfit. Okay.
もうなんなのあの子なんなの
Her brain was overheating.
あるへも行こう
She stretched out her hand.
ちょっとだけなんですからね
Sure. You're just going to lose yourself in fun in a second. Because Chuusotsu cannot resist that. In the US especially. Yep. Nice.
冷たくはないけどえいお返し気持ちいい
Okay. Ara was splashing up water, enjoying herself. That's a cool, cute CG. I love it. That's nice. Poiro, god damn it! Stop distracting me. What is Arara doing with this like bear thing? Like, is she trying to fish someone with this? Like, what is happening? Why did she throw it around? Why you constantly have it? What's the backstory with your bear? Okay, where's the duck thing? Didn't she like had the like duck ring? She's on the shark that Koiro pumped. Where's the duck? We're missing a duck. Inconsistencies. Anyway, cute. And Koiro, goddammit. Ah! Distractions everywhere. The other beachgoers were very nondescript, so despite the place being somewhat packed, the girls didn't notice at all.
二人ともそんな時期では世界を取れないです
Okay.
ちょっとサメさんで乗り上げてくるなんて反則ですレッドカード出しますよ
Wow.
今のは1000あるメシアギの
Thousand Messiah
一
skills.
つに過ぎない何ですかそのインチキ出版社はというかなんで水に入ってまでぬいぐるみを持ってきてんですか
Yeah, my thoughts exactly.
ビシャビアルエさんはメガネは体の一部という
Okay, sure.
ご存知ない
I'm really curious about the backstory of this bear.
レイヘラ巻きの包帯とぬいぐるみは体の一部ってわけですか
And bandage, yeah.
いいでしょうそのナメップ後悔させてあげますよ
I don't think like we heard about anything about this, right? So far. It's been a while since I've recorded Chuusotsu, so I'm not sure, but I don't think we ever had some kind of backstory about this. What? Did she just fall to the water?
あららが転覆した
Okay.
どうしたんですかそんなものですか世界救世主
Wow.
したことないですね何くそ
Okay. Nice. Koiro, your plan works.
ところである
They're having fun.
一つ聞いてもなんですかその水着は一定層を狙うもの
It's more like she didn't have the money for anything else and she just like used her school uniform. Wow.
違いますよ。これしか持ってなかったんです。
I could ask you the same, Arara.
スタイル的によくお似合いです。さすがアルエさん。ローリングストーン。
The Rolling Stone.
あなたにだけは言われたくないですけど。
Wow.
藤崎さんこそよく似合ってますよ。波打ち際のあららちゃん、9歳って感じで。
What are we? What is this series?
あららの場合は成長中だから。歴史上の先進国だって、初めは途上国からの。
What started as the undevelopment countries? Yeah, we believe in you, Arara. You are going to achieve your goals. Like, you'll be like Koiro in future. Yeah, sure.
それを言うなら私だってそうですよ。今に先進バディを手にしてですね。
Oh God, yeah. Oh.
親からもらった体のことで言い合いするのは良くないよ。
Distractions. Holy Jesus. Yeah, they just thought I knew it. Okay, what is this episode? Holy crap.
アルエもアララも。
Yeah, you just don't know how they feel. You just don't know.
藤崎さん。
Oh
アルエさん。
oh my God. They're going to call truce and attack her. Bump. They gave each other a fist bump.
第三世界同士でいがみ合う。
Love it.
先進国の余裕ぶった上から目線をいつか泣きっ
Oh
面
my
に書いてみま
God.
しょう。4月19日、埼玉湾に
Flatch's Alliance.
同盟が結ばれたのであった。
Okay, okay. 19th of April for Saitama Bay. Flatch's Alliance was formed. What the hell? And I guess you call justice. And you are against the truth, right? Opposed truth, yeah.
でも、なんだろう。思ったより何事もない。
Yeah, they just found one enemy.
もしかしたらわざわざ私が何かしない。
No,
この
you,
まま
you are a pretty big help in this, yeah. As Kara contemplated all this, whoosh, the two of them quickly retracted their joint fists. Arrow stared at the ground. Looking aside, Arara floated on her shark. Aww. The rift between them was even deeper than Koiro had thought. Yeah. You just made a comment that they didn't like.
やっぱり私がどうにかしなきゃ。
Yes, please give us more plans of yours. Like, your plans worked so far.
よし。
I think like most plans that Koiro came up with and like ideas worked up pretty well so far. Like, she's like the least Chuusotsu out of them, I think.
ビーチバレーしよう。
She was holding a ball she had borrowed from one of the beach houses.
スポーツで気持ちいい汗を流せば気分も変
Yeah,
わる。
it will have to be 2 against 1. Like, they cannot win with Koiro, probably. Against Koiro. Like, Koiro is just going to, like, use her, like, enhancement abilities or whatever she has.
私も昔そうだったし。
She's reminiscent about her own past. About the days she spent with a trainer.
コートがあるけど対戦形式？チーム分けはどうするんですか？
Yeah, there's 3 of you.
チーム分け。
She counted on her fingers. It seems that 2 versus 1 is unavoidable.
じゃあ。
Yeah, I knew it.
あるたち。
Makes the most sense. Yeah, they're already losing, okay. They were sleeping all over the place.
スポーツにならない。
Okay.
二人とも笑顔が
I mean, you probably want everything. They are pretty frustrated at this point.
こういう時は
She fought hard. She fought in silence. And she fought with passion. What could make someone happy? What could bring them joy?
ご飯
I mean, yep, sure.
白いご飯食べよう
Why rice on the beach? Why? Exactly.
この炎天下で白ご飯をあるね今日は
That's a bad idea though. Why would you like what?
チョイスに悪意を感じる
Okay. They ate at the beach house and then ate some more and more. As a side dish, they went for some Saitama Tsukudani. Okay, I don't know what that is.
おじさん
Any one of you knows? Let me know in the comments. Coming right up. Have a good taste of the ocean's bounty.
アルエさんが白ご飯と格闘しながら白目を向いているアルエ大丈夫白ご飯いや嫌いじゃないですけどさすがにきついです
Yeah. You don't like you eat this at home and or like anywhere else. Why are you eating like why?
あららもしんどい正直球児の海坊主を
Yeah.
恨みで自殺しそうそっか私は銀シャリ尽くし
Of course.
美味しいけどわかった二人の分まで私が食べる
Okay. Wow. She shoveled in enough rice for the three of them. Halt. Okay.
ほっぺがリスタみたいになってますけどもしかしてハチスカさん
Wow. Wow.
アルエさん背中を叩いてはいごめんなさいハチスカさん
Okay, that worked. Bulging like a snake swallowing its prey, coil of road finally allowed the rice through.
今ので死んでたら死因は
Pretty much. Wow, like so calm about this. She was just suffocating in silence. What is this episode? I need more light-hearted, random series like this on the channel. I need to like play more like this. Because every like big series we have on the channel usually is like very serious and dark and everything. But stuff like this, like adding so much like fresh air. Just some random shit like that. She tilted her head.
まったく小色さんは天然でクレイジーなことを
Nice. Now then synchronized a little bit, I guess. And so they spent a few enjoyable hours together in that fashion. Okay, night. Burning clocks. The fire burned away the darkness of the night. It was 8:30 p.m. The season had a quick change of heart, shifting from the midsummer to chilly spring. The artificial sun wasn't in operation during these hours.
ある
Oh,
こっち焼けたよ
okay. So you're wearing your normal, like, pajamas here now?
ありがとうございます
Okay.
それじゃあ早速
I guess they said it's getting chilly, so yeah, makes sense to change into something warmer. She reflexively put her hand to her mouth. She was eating a beef shish kebab cooked on a campfire. They were being sold at the beach house.
味付けは塩だけだけどなかなかの美味
I forgot that Arara have like this like real stuff style on her pyjama as well. That makes sense why her like beach outfit as well. Have this, yeah. She likes frills and stuff. Mostly plain set, but it's quite good. Okay. Meat shish kebabs, an easy meal doable even by Chuusotsu. Despite its simplicity, though, each juicy bite was filled with flavor.
そういえばさ、ちょっと前にマックに行ったよね。
Uh huh.
ああ、今回の初日。覚えてるかな？あの時。
I don't remember. I literally don't remember.
覚えてますよ。バーベキュー味の探求に行ったんですよね。私たちの単純な
Okay.
ナゲットソースが至高の答えに落ち着きましたけど。
Okay, sure.
あららは今でもあれが至高のバーベキューだと思っている。
Sure.
私は違うかな。ほう。どうやら小色さんはマックの味付けが複雑なサイエンスのもと成り立っていることを知らないらしい。そうだね。わからないかも。だって何の味付けもない白ご飯だってとっても美味しく感じるから。
Yeah, we know you ate a lot of rice today.
だから私にとってはこのお肉の方がバーベキューっていう。
It was just a beef stack on a stick and roasted over the campfire. For flavoring, they sprinkled a bit of salt and pepper on it.
私もそんな感じかも。なるほど。塩と胡椒を振った肉がバーベキュー味。あ、でもそれだと札幌ポテチのバーベキュー味とは全然違っちゃうね。いいと思いますよ。お菓子と違っても。札幌ポテチやナゲットのソースはバーベキュー味じゃないのかな。いいえ、きっとそれもバーベキュー味なんでしょう。
The sparks flying off from the fire disappeared into the night sky. The smoke from the burning meat began to slightly thicken. The sound of endlessly crashing waves filled the night beach. The scenery mirrored human society itself. No matter how beautiful it was, to any nearby onlooker, it was simply a background. In the past, Arue was a part of her classroom background. She was no different from chairs and desks. But in reality, every living being was a part of someone's background. Just like how once beloved neighbors became the backgrounds of the city once they left the confines of their homes. People could never view the world through the exact same lens. Such was the law of the universe. As for synchronization, it was a different concept compared to resonance. A difficult feat in a world where one couldn't make observations the same way as someone else. So perhaps at this time, Koiro may have been an outsider for trying to build an oasis in the desert of their hearts. Harmony and dissonance were simply two sides of the same coin. Much like how wars ravaged the lands across the globe, yet also united people under the single banner. Wars occurred because people desired peace. People felt despair because they retained hope. In a way, Heraclitus... What the fuck? Who? Heraclitus' logos could be seen as the same as the roasting barbecue on the campfire. So this is like the name of like some kind of like company or something? Background and addressing. Hope and resignation. Philosophy and introspection.
バーベキュー哲学完了ってとこかしら。何言ってんですか？私も意味がわからなかった。単なる代弁よ。彼女少しお眠みたいだから。
Okay.
また理解が遠ざかるようなセリフを。
They put out the fire and returned to the lodge they had rented out. Thinking on it, it was the first time the three of them had stepped together in the same room. Tomorrow plan was to go search for the wish-granting starfish. After making plans, they quickly fell asleep. The only one still fiddling with the smartphone was Arue. Okay, yeah, because she's still on the platform, yeah, trying to make posts and stuff. Despite realizing this was a bad habit, she once again visited the unmarked message board. Oh, this one, okay. Some stranger had put up the name and picture of some other person and started using them as a punching bag. What the fuck? It was 11 PM and the board flared up with the liveliness of the casino. She could hear the pleasant sounds of the ocean waves and the wind rustling the trees. Viewing this private internet police station of sorts in a place like this feels almost comical. After uploading the pictures they took of the ocean and the beach during the day, she put away her smartphone. She flipped onto her back and stretched her hands on the legs out sideways. Yeah, it was fun. They had fun. This was her first time on at the beach. Really? You've never been on the beach before? Huh. The first time she had even gone anywhere with someone for lazily reasons. It was the first time she felt upset with someone, as well as the first time she wanted to believe in someone. To Arue, indeed, to Marisugawa Arue, all of this was an entirely new experience. I hope to. Let's go for the starfish search. She fell asleep. Arue kept the letter she couldn't hand over in her bag by her pillow, always close at hand. The night passed on. And the next morning at sunrise, we are going to search for the starfish the whole day. Let's go. So we're going to have the beach episode for like 3 days, right? They said like... No, wait. Or 2 days. No, 3 days until the deadline. So... yeah, first day just having some fun, and the second day they're going to search for stuff and probably some kind of like test of courage or something at night. And then we're going to have the synchronization rate checker on the third day or something like that. Probably. Next morning at sunrise. I think this day will finish me before that. The weather was sunny and clear as promised. It was never rainy around the Saitama Bay area. Like, if this novel would not be that old, I would say that that's the reference to One Punch Man. But yeah, there's probably a place like this in real life, yeah. It was said that the artificial sun was designed to disperse any rain clouds. And so, on this artificial summer day, the Chuusotsu girls proceeds with the starfish hunt. I have no idea, you tell me. Oh my god, yes. Okay. Saitama Prefecture. Okay. Of course, Arara's specialty is to ask passengers. Passerbys. Yeah, she's definitely going to. Yep. Huh? She was dead on the mark. Part of habit. You mean the starfish of wishes? If so, I heard it lives in the shadow of the rock formation. Oh, we actually got some info on first try? That's convenient. Okay. No, there's a picture of it too. Here, look.
ですか？
Okay. It was the picture of the severed hand. What the hell? Too convenient. Wait. You just said too convenient. Yes, I'm recording this particular part on stream, by the way. If anyone's watching. You said too convenient. No. 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 This guy is not luring them into the rock formation. No. 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 Nah. 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 It looks like a person's hand, but these types of creatures apparently do exist.
そうと分かってもキモだってこれ肌色だし指とかあるし切断面に骨らしきものが見えてるじゃないですか。血みたいのは体液なのかな。
Blood-like stuff has some kind of the body fluid. That is serious.
魔界生まれの生物が独自の進化を遂げている可能性があり、あららはがぜんやる気が湧いてきた。
Remember your favorite character? Of course my favorite character is like distracting me very much right now. Young sold around those actions. Oh my god. Arara feels much more motivated now, yeah.
見てどうし燃やすって、嘘でしょ。早速装備を整えなくて。
Okay.
燃やし、この辺りに武器。
Bean sprout? She just called him Bean Sprout? By Bean Sprout do you mean me? Yeah, I was confused as well.
あらら、別に退治しに行くわけじゃないよ。目的を失念。
Okay, sure.
クリーチャーを捕獲しに行く。
She sounds like a robot sometimes. She starts to walk off.
っていうか、本当にボーリング場前でのこと忘れちゃったんじゃない？未だに気にしてるのが私だけだとしたら、なんかやだな。はあ、引きずる。ここか。いやいや、ハサミムシじゃないんだから、そんな石の下にいるわけない。
Yeah, the guy just said like under some kind of like rock formation.
ここけ。あらら、お土産屋さんには売ってないんじゃないかな。ここ？
God damn it, Arara! Why are you doing this?
何人の水着引っ張ってんですか？
And why are you doing this? I should just keep reading before I ask what Arara's doing.
ただ平野が広がるばかりであった。しまいには棒状のもので殴ります。ここなのか。いい加減ちょっとテトラポット。いい線いってるかも。
There's nothing in her swimsuit. Exactly, you can see that.
何かいる？
Like, Arara, what is wrong with you? You can see that there's nothing there. You just like 30 minutes ago, you just made the alliance with her against the bigger threat. You forgot already.
大量の船虫が。今こそ救世主の出番ですよ。退治してきてください。
Wow.
奴らは救世主が出向くまでもない雑魚。古文かかる海ゴキどもを殲滅せよ。
Seeing the invisible.
かわいそうだからそっとしておいてあげたいな。喜ぶがいい。
Made familiar with philanthropy. Okay, sure.
ポイントの進呈だ。
Free savior points.
あなためちゃくちゃ本気で怯えてたじゃん。
Now we have a scoring system.
人でんでいなすぎ。課せられた。
And enough starfish. We're looking for one specific starfish, Arara. It mattered that white swing around the stick. It seems she was tired of searching.
キッズ級の冷めやすさですね。
Okay, technically you are teenagers, but still a kids. Yeah. You are like 15, I believe? Or 16, something like that.
でも、もしも万が一人手が見つかったら、流れ星くらいの感覚で何か願ってみてもいいかな。
She thought about that. A single wish immediately came to mind. Do over. Oh my god, are we going to really have another time leap? Is this going to really happen? She shook her head.
もう、また現実逃避。そうじゃないでしょ。そうじゃ。みんなは何を願うんだろう。
In the end, they searched until noon, but couldn't find the starfish. Ah. Maybe they will find it. It's still like some time. At the beach house, the somewhat late lunch was a light meal, easy on the stomach. No white rice this time. Thank God.
箸が進んでないけど。
Oh no, it is the white rice. God damn it, Koiro. Stop buying white rice.
いえ、ちょっと疲れちゃったのかな。食欲がなくて。
Again.
岩場を探してみても一向に見つからなかった。あのもやし、さては使徒であららを適正と見て測ったのかもしれない。またこのもやし、許さないよ。
If you're high enough, you can make out the original story of Mercurius out of this. Oh no. No. Imagine this as being like one of the timelines that Mercurius actually experienced in this era before like we actually got this era. Like this is like way before this era, and then Worth resetted and he decided like, yeah, nah, let's change stuff.
ちょっと聞いてみてもいいですか？
She laid down her chopsticks.
伝説の人手って本当にいると思います？いるに決まっている。ずいぶんきっぱり断言するんですね。だってあららはすでに体験している。条件付きでもあったが、人の願いを叶える奇跡を。
So one of your wishes came true. What did you wish for? It's like it's just the third heaven before Mercurius emanated for the first time. A wish granting miracle, the soul link system. Indeed, the three of them had synchronized their heart once before. Oh yeah, that was a miracle, yeah. True, that truly was a miracle. That was why they came here. They were all over the place right now though. One single desire overlapped with another and leapt through space and time. And speaking of miracles, they should ask Berncastle about them. What she thinks about miracles.
Time leap か。
Anyone? Umineko? Huh?
私だけじゃなくて、ハチスカさんも藤崎さんだってやり直したいって思ったから、このままじゃ嫌だって思ったから、ソウルリンクシステムが動いたんだよね。
Uh-huh.
それじゃあ、もしも人手が願いを聞き届けてくれるとしたら、
Sure, why not?
何を願いますか？それはもちろん世界統括。
She started to say it and suddenly put the brakes on herself. Yeah, she doesn't want to talk about saving the world and stuff to Arara. To Arue.
世界統括者の打倒。
Okay. I like it that Arue actually finished the sentence here. That's nice. Okay.
くれませんね、あなたは。
She smiled a little. It was the forced smile. Her eyes, cheeks, and the depths of heart all felt dull with pain.
ちょっとはその熱意を他人にも向けたらどうなんだろう。
Arara, it actually makes sense. It was supposed to be almost like that. Arara wants to kill God. You go where this. Please no. Haru felt like she wasn't one to talk through. Actually, it's like Aru have white hair. Is she supposed to be the like Rea for like like after third emanation or something? Is that what's happening here?
そういうアルエさんは何を願う？え？またやり直し？
Oh, Arara figured her out.
そんなわけないじゃないですか。
She definitely did
本当
in the beginning.
本当に逃げないでいられる。
Okay. Oh, that was a new CG.
もうやめましょう、この話題。
That was new CG. That was new CG. Okay.
あ、この焼きそばおいしい。
And she ran away with this.
ほら、
Yep.
もう逃げた。今にして思えば、出会った時からアルエさん、今だってアルエさんは何でもないような顔をして、
Damn.
あららのこと。あらら、もどかしいのはわかるけど。
Unsettling. Putting aside Aru herself, was Arara also feeling unsettled? Yeah. Aru couldn't comprehend it. Yeah, I know. You can't comprehend like I don't know, like anything. Pretty much.
食欲なく
For a while.
疲れてるなら、小色さんと休んでいればいいです。あららは一人で人で探。
She stood up.
あらら、じゃあ私も一人でいいです。今までだって
Damn.
ずっと一人だったんだ。
Everyone called her crazy. By the time she lifted her head, Arara had already left the building.
今まで一人だったって。
Yeah, just like you. Pretty much. She had a flashback. Back to when Marisugawa Arue ward was still intact. Her solitude in her classroom, her solitude behind the school building, her solitude on the rooftop. Her days of solitude came back to her like a flashback. She synchronized with Arara wards and...
バカだな、私。
Yeah, pretty much.
一人ぼっちの世界にいたのは自分だけだって思ってた。そうだよね。あんな変わり者がぼっちだったって別におかしくないよね。ああ、コミュ障同士がこじれたらもうどうしようもないや。
She must have read White Album 2. I'm calling it. Like White Album 2 must exist in that world. She must have read this. To put it bluntly, that was a form of escape. Arue left her and started aimlessly wandering at the beach. The footprints she left in the sand were washed away by the waves. She felt a little cold. And this was when the artificial sun started reducing its output. She toyed with the idea of returning to the lodge. In the end, she decided not to. Going back now to face them would only prolong that already lengthy battle. She wanted to avoid that, because she was scared, terrified beyond belief. There was one reason for it. She didn't have anywhere to run. She couldn't flee. The letter she was supposed to hand over to Arara was back at the lodge. She had a feeling it might all go to waste. And they only had one chance to finish their philosophy assignment. Unless, like, the Redu thing actually will work again. I don't know. We'll see. She was convinced it will all go to waste. Like, so far, like, they are not doing great. But hey, they went from like 2% to 67% in like 5 seconds in the previous episode. So that was good. But like it was like just Hollow asking one question basically. Anyway, she was trapped on all sides, with her relationships in shambles, drifting through the world as a human debris. Can we get 69? Yeah, that's exactly what I said back then. Likely because she was simply wandering around, driven by her desire to flee. The rocky outcropping she found seems an acceptable, suitable substitute for a rooftop.
ここなら私にも登れ
Was she going to find the starfish actually? Or the hand or something? She's going to find something. She put the feet on it and climbed up. As she wasn't receiving a physical boost from the seal, it took all she had just to lift herself up. At the top, the border between the blue sky and the ocean, lighted in hue by the air itself, was there to greet Arue. It felt similar to the rooftop, to Marisugawa Arue's world, which had once been torn apart. Let's stage the White Album again. Why it's cold again. The wind was howling. Arue smiled drearily to herself, wishing she had brought something extra to wear. Stretching her limbs, she gazed out at the white waves in the distance. She tried not to think about it. Her falling out with Harara. The falling out that seemed to dominate their relationship, even after they had regained a certain level of amicability. At least it's not snowing for now, yeah. She tried to run. Arue tried to become a negative optimist, much like during her rooftop days. But she couldn't do it. She didn't have her sketchbook. Her best friend Chica no longer existed within her. She was alone. Chica's dead! Someone died in this game. She felt the weight of her own solitude. She suddenly felt like crying, but held it back. She thought that giving in would mark her defeat. To make matters worse, her nose began to sting and her cheeks ached. Who is Chica? Is it 3-0 reference or you don't know? Why? Why?
できないの。みんなが普通にしてること。どうしてうまくできないで一人ぼっちになっちゃうんだろう。
She could still hear the laughter from her classroom. It wasn't like they were pointing at and making fun of her, or even paying any attention to her. It just felt like they were attacking her somehow. Arue even wished for them to get into a huge fight so their relationship would crumble. That's neither. Okay. If anyone else was alone, she herself would feel lonely anymore. She wouldn't have to be the only one suffering from loneliness. She'd even thought of herself as the deviant for having those thoughts. She hugged her knees and closed her eyes. The boundary between the past and the present was growing fuzzy. Just like in IO, I just have to put all the visual novels in one. I swear. Sorry. Arue and Marisugawa Arue, that she sealed away, were beginning to fuse together. Io once again? She was scared. Terror alone ruled her heart. Oh, that was the new CG that we had before. I need to check the CG later. Maybe we are going to have this longer for the screen later. Yeah. Of course you don't want to get back to what you used to be like. That sucked. You want to move forward. She muttered the kind of words you'd expect from someone on their deathbed. It was a confession made in a state of self-loathing that pulled on something in her heart. Something felt out of place. Sorry, I'm reading chat. This is not serious. Serious, okay? I can make some bullshit up. You need to come up with Muramasa reference to restore the balance. We'll try. Something felt out of place. Things she wanted to do. In a world where the government decided what you had to do.
やりたいこと、私のやりたい。
She had already figured out what she had to do. The reparations to her family. How she put such a strain on her family economic situation. And the fact that she disturbed her mother and brother's life plans. She only had one method of eliminating it. She had to obtain a high-level seal to save her family. That's why she participated in the room share. Even understanding all this, she still wasn't convinced. Was this her answer? Was this the life she wanted?
私のやりたいことって。
Doubt. The doubt she once rejected slipped through her mouth. That instant, several images flashed through her mind. A stunned light, a tracing table, a manuscript on the spotlight. Her back and right hand, facing the table, Mariskawa Arue.
でもそれは。
Yeah, you want to be a manga artist. Exactly. I talked about this like a lot of times. Why this game is like... This is so random, like... You have like 10 minutes of like some serious life talk. And then you have just like 5 minutes of gags and like random stuff that like... Just make you not thinking of this seriously. And then suddenly they shift tone again. And have like serious life talk. God damn it. It's more random than Marco and the Galaxy Dragon, which is also on the channel, and it's awesome series, by the way. It was fun. An extension of her own selfishness. It was undeniably appealing to her. That much was certain. But she couldn't see how it would lead to absolving her sins.
なのに、どうしてそのことばかり頭に浮かぶの？どうしてそのことを考えると。
It was as if poisonous gas had developed inside her. That's the gas from the tower that Arara was talking to you about. She wanted to roll around on the ground more. She wanted to scratch herself all over. On the other hand, she also wanted to throw everything in one place and burn them all down. As a result, she simply froze in place.
寒いな。
This is exactly what Mercury said to emanate. She began to visibly shiver. The wind wasn't blowing, but the artificial sun was powering down. The arms wrapped around her legs were also getting cold. I assume Arue is going to sit here until the nightfall and Arara and Koiro are going to find her. Or maybe just Arara. We'll see. She felt her head going fuzzy. She somehow felt the oxygen levels getting thin.
そっか、そうだった。
Oh, she's having the attack. Well, that's bad. If you get unconscious here, I don't know if people can find you. She felt herself weakening. Her sickness had been completely cured. Wait, oh! Wait. What? I felt like you still have it. Wait, you fall down in, like, latest episode, I think. And we learned that you are sick like your mother. Wait, what? What do you mean your sickness is cured? But she doesn't have physical boost right now.
どっち戻ろうかな。
She made her heavy body move. She tried to climb down, but her left leg felt heavy, as if something was pulling at it.
というか、ぬめっとした感触が。
Okay. She looked. What the fuck? A dismembered hand was firmly grasping her ankle. What the? What just happened? Why? Faint. Why? Red hood. Okay. Why this is so random? Don't get me wrong, I like it that it's so random, but god damn it. Sometimes a lot is a lot. Still not enough random. We need more random. The setting sun over the ocean dyes my heart crimson. Is that a girl collapse over there? Ah, no helping it. I guess I'll carry her up to the lifeguard. Okay, so that was someone random that saw her. Okay, sure.